Was there even a Super Nintendo one?
I don't know. And honestly, the Pocahontas Genesis game came out late enough that I didn't play it.
Right.
But I've since played it. And man, you want to talk about some nice animation in a 16-bit game. That game is pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't play like the standard, like they actually weren't using the standard sort of Dave Perry
Right.
Aladdin-style game engine for it. So it's an interesting game.
Well, they had those 2 Beauty and the Beast games for Genesis that were...
Yeah, those were awful.
Were weird.
And they were from Sunsoft. This was actually from Virgin, I think.
Was Pocahontas a Virgin game?
I think so. Or Sega.
Okay.
Which would mean it was the same anyway.
One of those.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't play them. Sega did a Little Mermaid game as well, didn't they?
For Genesis?
Yeah. Which I also never played.
Yeah, sorry. So it was from Disney Interactive. So, I mean, boy, that's a big publisher list. Black Pearl Software, Sega, Disney Interactive, and THQ.
Well, Black Pearl was a division of THQ, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
It looks like the Genesis game was released by Sega and Disney.
Okay.
And developed by Funcom. Electronic fun for everyone.
Who's Funcom?
Funcom is a British studio? Okay. No, a Norwegian studio.
Okay.
It's still around.
What else have they made?
Well, now they do massively multiplayer online role-playing games. Age of Conan, Anarchy Online. So they've been around the MMORPG for quite a while.
Right.
But this must have been one of their first games. They were founded in 93. Anyway, this isn't important. But all I was saying was,
it's very important.
Pocahontas was a nice looking game. For the
That's
all I'm saying.
This is the history of video games. It's the history of the Walt Disney Corporation, which, my goodness,
they're pretty important.
Just owns everything these days.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big deal.
Just about.
Got to keep track of this stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We ready?
All right, 75 Reapers or bust.
What? Oh, man. Congrats, Luke. 75 in Reapers. That's excellent.
Don't know what that means.
What a weekend to hit 75. Golden Glory weekend in Sea of Thieves. Yeah.
I still don't know what's going on.
Double gold, double rep weekend.
Oh.
Sea of Thieves.
Okay.
Anyway. Hello and welcome to episode 750 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021. I'm your host, Chris Johnston, and with me, as always, from Canada is Mr. Greg Seward.
Hello.
How's it going there, sir?
I have had a day, let me tell you.
Well, we all have. That's the way time works.
I spent the first part of the day in the emergency room with my kid.
What? Oh, no.
Oh. He's fine.
I would hope so if you're here.
Yeah. It's like, I said, listen, Daddy's got to go home for a couple hours.
The podcast is very important.
Yeah.
This is a landmark
episode 750. I mean, that only happens once every 750 episodes.
Look, I'm no doctor, kid. I can't be of any use to you here.
No, he was out with some family friends it was like a staycation thing. They were staying at a hotel next town over. And I got a call early this morning where it's like he's suffering like severe stomach cramps.
Oh.
We've called an ambulance.
Oh no.
Whoa. I was like, okay.
Oh no.
And like, what do you want us to do? And I was like, well, I'll be there soon.
Now wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm an American from the United States of America. And when I hear the phrase
greatest nation on earth,
we've called an ambulance, that means that you are now financially destitute.
No, that's not how it works here.
That's right.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I mean, we're financially destitute, but because of all the taxes we pay.
Oh, okay. It's not.
We pay it up front.
You're not. We don't have to set up a GoFundMe.
So basically,
in this
situation, they called an ambulance, and the EMTs were there, and they will. If you do that, they will check you out. And if it's not urgent, if they don't have to make the decision like, oh my God, we got to get you to a hospital right away.
Right.
And especially when it's a minor, then of course the question is asked of the parent, like, okay, what they basically said to me is like, he should go to the hospital, get checked out.
Yeah.
But there's nothing major or pressing here.
Right.
What do you want? We can take him if you want. Now, up here, if I was to say yes to that, that would be a bill.
Right.
Them coming and checking him is covered.
Okay.
But
Really?
them driving him to the hospital is not.
Okay.
So where it wasn't urgent, I said, well, I'll take him to the emergency room. And at that point, you need to sign a waiver that says, I absolve the EMTs because now he's not their patient anymore. Plus, I think it also says I said I was going to take him to the emergency room.
Right.
And we did that. We were there for a couple hours, and
Okay.
nothing seriously wrong. Just some major abdominal pain. So he's okay. But that's what I spent the first part of my day doing.
Was he just holding in a fart because he was with his
it
friends?
wasn't. And you know what? He honestly thought that's what it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
God
man.
But no.
Maybe it's best you leave, Dad. You're not going to want to be around when this comes out.
Yeah. Install some handles on the side of the toilet.
How far is the hospital from your house? Maybe you'll be able to hear it from there.
Right. So anyway, that was the first part of my day, and it kind of colored the rest of the day, right?
I would imagine.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And joining me from the great state of Washington, Mr. Phil Theobald.
Hi.
How's it going?
Fine. 750 episodes.
Yeah. Internet high five. Done.
Can't believe it's been 100 episodes since episode 666. So this is a really exciting anniversary.
Yeah.
And you're here today, CJ. Despite it being a Golden Shower weekend in Sea of Thieves.
No, Golden Glory weekend. That's
kind of
double
the same.
Gold, double reputation bonus.
Oh my!
Weekend.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
And it was the 3rd anniversary of the game.
Oh, is that right? So that would explain the Golden Glory.
Well, no, they've done those weekends before. But,
have they? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is nothing special at all.
No, not really.
Okay.
They got all kinds of things going. We'll talk about that later. I won't bore you now. I'll wait until we're about an hour into the show, and then I'll bore you with it.
Man, I hope my kid has to go to the emergency room. Get me out of this conversation.
Yikes.
I don't actually hope that.
To be
I
clear,
was being facetious.
As you are wont to do.
Yeah. Greg's already checked out. He's watching TV or something.
I know what he's doing. But I think we should just roll right into video game news then.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Sony, remember them?
Yeah, they make the PlayStation.
They do.
Yes.
They have revealed the controllers for the PlayStation VR headset that will be coming at some point to PS5. Not this year.
Yeah, it's
They look cool. They look expensive.
They kind of do look like they might be expensive.
It's
got
a little
wrist strap.
gyrosphere that you shove your hand into.
Little gyrosphere.
They look like they look like something you would expect to see on the PC side of
right
VR.
Sure.
They look like They look like Wade's iconic haptic rig from the seminal novel Ready Player One.
God,
wow. But hey, they've been doing a lot of VR related announcements in March. Now that we've seen the controllers, I wonder if we're going to see the headset next.
I hope so.
Do that this week. Just we're sending it out to developers. We may as well show you what this thing looks like. But
I'm pumped. I mean, I'm excited that they're not giving up on VR.
Yeah,
me too.
Same here.
The controllers feature adaptive triggers, so just like the DualSense, they'll have the little tension thing on there, haptic feedback. They got finger touch detection as well.
Mm-hmm. So do I, though.
Tracking on the controllers, so
Phil's pressure sensitive.
Headset detection on PS4 was done by the PlayStation camera, but these controllers will have some kind of tracking interaction with the headset themselves. So that's pretty cool.
So they're really leaping forward on these things then.
Yes, it seems like it. It'll the VR controller is tracked by
going to be super expensive.
The headset through a tracking ring across the bottom of the controller. So I wonder if it's just reflective tape or something.
Wonder if it's an activator. Do you think it's an activator? Do you think you'll have to set something up in the middle of the floor?
No.
So you can break the beams?
Do you get to build it out of cardboard before you put the reflective tape on?
Oh, sweet.
Oh, no, that would be good.
Yeah.
That would be real good.
That's an idea.
Yep.
And then, of course, they have the usual action buttons and analog sticks that you might expect out of a controller. But this is great, considering
like 20 analog sticks. It's crazy.
PSVR was using the Move controllers that had been made for PS3.
You gotta give them credit. I mean, they went a long way with those Move controllers.
They did.
Yeah.
Considering that all they really seemed to be from the start was, we need something that's like the Wii.
Yeah, really.
Exactly.
I had a great experience with PSVR. Those Move controllers worked fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't want something better, but they work
fine. And my
fine.
goodness, just so delicious looking. When that little rubbery orb on top starts glowing,
changes colors,
pink or blue. Oh yeah, and it's got that squishy just the mouthfeel of it alone. Just very delightful controllers. I will miss them.
All right then.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it too because I did not buy into PlayStation VR.
So are you going to do this? Are you going to buy these?
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
That's not an answer.
No.
But I'll have you know, because of the Play at Home initiative that Sony is doing, now I will own a copy of Astrobot Rescue Mission because it is one of the 10 games that is now going to be free for PlayStation owners.
So I wonder.
The game's like $10.
Yeah, and the other thing is that
it's $10, but now I don't even have to spend $10 on it.
But do we know if that stuff's going to be backwards compatible at all?
I can't imagine it wouldn't be.
I'm sure that it will. In terms of PSVR stuff, there's 4 games included in this, including Moss, Paper Beast, Thumper,
Thumper,
and Astrobot Rescue Mission. So
those are 3 of the best PSVR games.
Absolutely. What was the other one that I've never heard of?
Paper Beast?
That's the one. What is that one?
I don't know. I've never played Paper Beast. Okay. You're asking the wrong guy.
Well.
But
the other 3 are great.
Ratchet and Clank is the current play-at-home free game, and that is available until March 31st.
I still have the one I paid $100 for, never opened.
After that, starting on March 25th, you'll be able to download a bunch more free games, including Abzu, Enter the Gungeon, Res Infinite, Subnautica, The Witness, Astrobot Rescue Mission, Moss, Thumper, Paper Beast. And of course, they have the little Funimation Wakanim thing going as well. So you get like free access to Funimation's. You get an extended trial of Funimation's streaming service.
What was it called?
Oh, Funimation?
Wakanim.
Wakanim?
I have no idea what that is.
I believe it's pronounced Joaquim.
No, it is not. No.
Wakanda. It's pronounced Wakanda.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. Some free games for the Play at Home.
Free games are exciting.
Thing. I like free games. So Sony has acquired fighting game tournament event Evo.
Yes. Popular fighting tournament.
Yeah.
Yes. And we're all big.
Fighting
game so much to talk about.
Yeah. So this announcement came out last week, and I feel like there's another piece there's another piece we don't know about. Maybe is Sony doing a fighting game, or is Sony doing a game
theory front?
I got a conspiracy theory for you. Like, what game? Like, I know fighting games are big on PlayStation. That makes sense. But is there also something that Sony has that they're expecting could become an esport or something else?
PlayStation All-Stars?
2.
Maybe.
Can you imagine?
PlayStation All-Stars Melee. Finally.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there we go. Maybe they're introducing PlayStation characters into Smash Brothers.
Oh, this could be it.
Oh,
this is
the moment. Yep.
Maybe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeff
Grubb in the chat says no, Evo was just cheap.
Yeah, I think
that's probably true.
Jeff's exactly right.
He's probably right.
I was talking about this with your best friend Mike and our mutual best friend Jim last night, and that was pretty much my position. Was like, I think it's just that this was probably the cheapest way to get to brand some esports stuff.
Yeah,
cheapest and most cost effective, I guess. But
yeah.
Daigo Counter.
Pure unadulterated madness.
That is the extent of my knowledge of the fighting game community.
That's all you need to know.
Go. That's all you need to know.
It's never been topped. I mean, maybe it has. I don't know, but it's never been topped.
I know nothing about fighting games or the fighting game community. But goodness gracious,
anything past like Street Fighter Alpha, total blind spot.
Street Fighter Alpha 2, forget it.
Alpha 2 maybe.
Alpha 3.
No,
I just checked
never
out
Alpha 3.
Checked out by then. Yeah.
Done with it.
Okay.
Jade Raymond has a new studio called Haven.
I hope she gets to ship a game soon.
And it is backed by PlayStation, so they're working on a new unannounced.
Oh, so it's going to be an Evo. There you go. Maybe she's making the fighting game.
There you go.
So Haven is the name of the studio.
Connect the
Haven
dots,
is the name of the studio.
Get your news from somewhere besides CNN.
This is off the PlayStation blog.
Oh, sorry. It's just repeating something I read on the internet.
So, yeah, this could be cool. I do wonder if any of the work that was done at the Google Games and Entertainment Studio could be continued. Like if it was a part of her like exit deal, or if she had a mind that like anything they were working on prior to leaving. I don't know. Because before Stadia launched, we were all like, there's no way Google stays in this, right? Like you have to wonder if she had anything written into her contract. Like if Google steps out, like if they close the studio, I get to take the IP somewhere else. And this is that. Who knows? That would be.
So the studio is located in the same place, right? I wonder if like it's the same team. I would hope it's mostly the same team.
I would hope so too. Yeah, that'd be a good angle on the story too. Like Google shuts it down, Sony comes swooping in, and
Although I also wonder if, and I haven't checked these stories too closely, but I feel like that's something that would have been part of the story. If that, you know what I'm saying?
Right. That would have been reported on already if that were the case.
Unless it was also part of the contract. Well, you can't badmouth us. Can't badmouth
but that
Google.
doesn't have to be a badmouth thing so much. I mean, it was public knowledge that studio had been shut down.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I just remember, and I mean, it was more of a local level, but I know there's been a couple times over the multiple layoffs I've had in the last 20 years where a publisher or major developer would swoop in and buy up the team.
Yeah.
And that was always the lead story. Now, we didn't have a personality like Jade Raymond at the helm, so you know, there was that headline couldn't exist, but
yeah. All right. Square Enix had their event last week. Did either of you guys watch this?
I didn't. I meant to, and I didn't. What are the highlights there, Siege?
Highlights. We got a new Life is Strange game coming out in the fall.
But not from Don't Nod.
Not from Don't Nod, no. It's by Deck 9.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. They worked on the spin-off.
Oh, okay.
Before the Storm.
Before the Storm, right.
Okay.
They're also doing a remaster of Life is Strange. That'll also be out in the fall.
Okay.
We got a new name for that Project Athia game that was shown at the PlayStation 5 initial reveal back in June. So that's now called Forspoken. It's kind of a Final Fantasy 15 spinoff, sounds like.
Okay.
And they did some more coverage of Outriders, which has been confirmed now. It's launching day and date with Xbox Game Pass, but also out on other consoles and Stadia as well on April 1st.
Wow.
They showed off some Balan Wonderworld.
No, Bilbo's Wonderwall.
Which apparently there was some statement from a producer that some of the feedback from the demo will be addressed in a day one patch. It's like they can't possibly address everything.
A lot of feedback.
No. We got some Avengers news. They have a Black Panther update coming in the summer.
And aren't they reviving something to do or with the single player campaign? Like, isn't there something going on with the single player campaign that I don't know? I just overheard this. You
can replay it.
Oh, was that the thing? You couldn't replay it before?
You couldn't replay it after you were done.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I think they're fixing that.
I want this game to get cheap, because I do want to play the single player campaign in that game.
And the single player campaign is very good.
I have zero interest in playing multiplayer.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically just the same thing, remixed a little.
Yeah.
But
I'm kind of interested in playing through the single player campaign with all those MCU knockoffs. The slightly off-brand Marvel.
They look much
superheroes.
better than they did in the reveal trailers.
They
let me
look
tell
so
you.
bad.
Yeah, kind
I
of.
feel bad.
So-
because, anyway.
The next
I don't
gen
feel that
version
bad.
came out, and I don't know if you heard about this. If you had a PS4, the PS4 version, but wanted to upgrade to PS5, you had to have them both installed on the PS5 in order to transfer your save. So already the
That's a
game
lot of
is
space.
like, I don't know, 80 or 90 gig, and then you have to download even more.
Once you transfer your save, can you wipe out the PS4 version?
I think that is the case. Yeah, but you have
Okay.
to have them both on there to actually do the
Right.
transfer or
That's
whatever.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on Xbox though, you did not have to do that. You could just
Okay.
smart delivery
Well, there you go.
gen version, and they revealed the Tomb Raider Definitive Survivor trilogy.
So that's the current games, right? Like current
That's the
trilogy.
current trilogy. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, they showed off Just Cause Mobile and apparently Space Invaders AR, which sounds interesting.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool. There's some stuff in there I'm
Learned some
interested in.
Like what?
Marvel.
Avengers.
Avengers.
Uh,
The new. Oh my god!
there it is.
I'm so interested. I can't remember the title.
Yep.
From the Don't Nod people.
Yeah, Life is Strange.
Life is Strange. Thank you.
Life is
New Life is
Strange.
Strange.
I have never played those games. I could.
They're good. I played the first season. I never did play the second one,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I really liked the first one. Was really good.
I've
Was it?
heard a lot of great things about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never
So.
played it myself.
Yeah, no, highly recommend it. Especially where you like Telltale stuff, because it felt kind of like something you would play from them, but
Yeah.
on an engine that didn't feel 30 years old.
Okay.
Well, and then the new
yeah.
one they're going to release all at once, not
Mm.
in weekly installments or monthly installments or anything.
Mm.
So it'd be interesting. You can play
Okay.
it that way, apparently, in chapters, but they'll release it all at once.
I still
Right.
like the idea of playing in chapters.
Yeah. So I know you guys are big fans of Stadia.
A lot of Stadia talk in this episode.
Stadia,
Yeah, weird, right?
there was a free to play Bomberman game called Super Bomberman R Online. That was a 64 player battle royale style Bomberman game. It's coming to other platforms now, coming to consoles and PC. So it was locked to Stadia. Now it'll be out on everything else.
That's good. I mean, it's like you were saying earlier. I hope that anything that was worthwhile on Stadia
Yeah.
finds its way into
I'm waiting for that
wider
Pac-Man
ecosystem.
game, Mega Tunnel Battle.
I could see Namco doing something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was fun when I played it during the free demo. Period.
Is this game a port of Saturn Bomberman?
I
No,
was going to ask.
Then who cares?
no.
There you
Then
go.
who cares?
It's
That's
like an
fun.
upgrade of Super Bomberman R, right? That they put out on
But is that Saturn
Xbox
Bomberman?
and Switch. No,
Yeah.
it's not.
I think they should do an upgrade of the original Bomberman. They put it on the 360, or was it 360 or the original Xbox? Do you remember that game? That terrible Bomberman game?
You mean
With
X-Zero?
Yeah, that's the one. Bomberman
Or it was-
Zero.
Oh,
the
that was on
dark-
the 360, wasn't it?
Dark and edgy Bomberman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
That
get
was
an update
terrible.
of that.
That was
That was a 360 game, right?
Was it a 360? I can't remember. It was 360 or original Xbox. All I know is it was bad.
it was a stinker. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was not good.
I do remember that it was bad,
Yeah.
but alrighty. Why don't we get into what you've been playing?
Okay.
And we're going to kick it off with Phil,
Oh my goodness.
Goodness gracious me.
everybody's favorite Phil.
Is that true?
That seems like a half truth.
I mean, I'll accept it. This is a burden I'm willing to bear. I got that giant joystick, that big old At Games
Oh yeah,
thingamabob. That
How is it?
arrived from Wally World.
was it worth the $99? I saw that deal went up again.
Oh, did it really?
Last week? It was so yeah.
I've only messed around with it a little bit.
Mhm.
It seems okay though.
Is it a full size? Like how big is this?
no, it
thing?
is. It is. I
Is it
mean,
big?
It's
not
as tall as
living
Phil.
room.
It's giant.
Yeah. If I can throw a pillow on one end of it and I mean, I got to curl my legs a little bit, but yeah, I can get on there comfortably. Now it's like a full size, like 2 joystick. What's like each 8 buttons.
Okay.
It's got the trackball in the middle. No, it is just like you took a 2-player arcade machine.
The trackball in the middle. I would love to have like Centipede on there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love Centipede.
Centipede is a fun game.
So
Yeah.
It's a fun game. But yeah, it seems pretty okay. You know, I only messed around with it a little bit. Played a game of Bad Dudes, of course.
Of course.
Were you a bad enough dude to rescue the president?
No, but I was a bad enough dude to defeat Karnov at the end of the first stage.
Nice.
And then get a little into the second stage before I was like, I gotta go
some sweet cross promotion right
do
there.
some other stuff. Yeah. But Data East, man, it was the Data East cinematic universe.
Yep.
Now, does it have any fancy stuff like save states or any good?
It's got
things
all
like
sorts of crazy options and crap. Yeah, it's
so if you were playing Bad Dudes and had to like
save states
go
on
run an
arcade
errand
machine.
I think it has save. I'm pretty sure it has save states. I have barely had time to dig into it, and honestly, I've already packed it up because because we're moving.
I see.
In the next few weeks, we got a house. So
what I'm wondering is, did you make plans for recording while you're in the middle of that move? Because you're not going to be moved in time to.
No, well, the move is going to be gradual. So
you don't. Okay, I assume by the date that you were sort of like, we got to be out of here by the end of this month.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. The move is gradual, and we're trying to finagle some things because it's going to be a different school district.
Oh,
and we got to make sure. I mean, we're not moving far. We're moving like a town over, but
that's still a different school district.
It's a different school district, so
that's
we want
to
make sure Finn finishes off the school year at his school and stuff like that.
Makes sense.
But yeah, so it's going to be a gradual move. I'm be hauling stuff over for a few weeks, so don't you worry.
So what's going to happen is
head,
like
Greg.
the things that are behind Phil are going to gradually disappear.
Yes,
and then it'll just be Phil and a microphone.
Yes.
I kind of foresee like Dana being stuck to packing up the rest of the house because she's married to Phil, and then just saying like this crap, like that bookshelf of video game magazines or books behind you and everything. She'll just say like, that's
I'm
yours.
Confused by the
with.
implication that I'm too lazy to pack up my crap.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is she's just going to say that's yours to deal with. I'm not packing that crap.
Oh no! Why? Well, why should she? Why should?
That's what I'm saying.
My goodness. I mean, I'm not packing up her lipstick and tampons.
I was going to say what?
I don't know.
I thought you were going to say like her dishes.
What do ladies have? I don't know.
Her dishes and her clothes dryer.
No, we're packing up all of our stuff. My goodness, I have already.
I just feel sorry for her because I feel like there's way more of your stuff to pack than there is just stuff.
That's a popular misconception.
I don't believe it.
I'll have you know.
I don't believe it either.
I don't believe it for a second.
I don't believe
I'll
it.
have you know.
I've been in not that home, but I've been in your home in other cities, and I don't believe you for a second.
Yes, I did. I did pack up several boxes of games and movies so far. So,
although Phil and I were talking about this before you showed up tonight, and we figured that like the toys that you get every week, once you've taken pictures of them, you put the back in the box and just dump them in the storage unit.
Yeah, why not?
That's ridiculous. They're in my closet right over there.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. Your clothes are in the storage unit.
Clothes. I have like 5 shirts. What are you?
Me too.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, all my Transformers are in nice, nice little Rubbermaid bins. They're all ready to go.
Of course. I mean, the most important things get packed first.
Yes. But so that's going to be the next few weeks of my life is relocating all this crap down the road.
So the new place, are you going to have? Is there going to be a room for all the video game stuff and toys?
Nerdery?
I mean, I assume that if there's one extra room, it'll be more like Finn's space.
No,
toys and stuff. But you probably have more toys than him anyway.
Oh, absolutely. Well, he doesn't. He doesn't play with toys.
Well, probably because he's been told since he was born that they're not to play with or to look at.
Oh, that's ridiculous. I play with all my toys.
No, him.
Oh.
Did he get to play with them?
With my toys?
Yeah.
They're my toys.
Exactly.
He has his own. Now,
Phil's not into sharing.
You're like the dad from the Lego movie. Your crap's over there.
Keep in mind.
That's your bucket of Lego.
Keep in mind, when I went to see the Lego movie.
Oh, I remember.
At like a 10 o'clock showing at night. And yeah, they introduced Will Ferrell as essentially me. And then he calls his kid. And he's like, Finn, come in. I'm just like, oh,
100% honest.
Yeah,
I think I saw that movie with CJ's best friend Mike and Jim, and I'm pretty sure when we left the theater, that was the first thing I said after that movie. I was like, that movie was about that basement was just perfectly Phil, and the kid's name was Finn.
I am not kidding. I sat and watched the credits just to see if there was someone who I knew who worked on that movie.
Did you feel attacked in any way when you watched that movie? Like, I mean, you had to feel a little bit self-conscious.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. But it's like, there's a chance that I know someone who could have potentially
That's Daddy's Thundercracker. Leave it alone.
First of all, Daddy would never bother wasting his time with Thundercracker, okay?
Sorry.
Yeah. Mess up my Skywarp display, Greg. Yeah.
Sorry.
How dare you? I don't need that blue bastard anywhere near me. Black and purple, baby. That's my seeker. So anyway,
like what were we talking about?
I don't freaking know.
Arcade sticks.
It's fine. It seems fine. It seems pretty cool. There's a bunch of crap you can do with it to like tinker with it and customize it and do stuff, but I haven't really fiddled with that just because the thing is big and I had to pack it up so we could move. But for $100, it seems like a steal, especially considering the retail price is like $250. So
not bad.
I'm glad I got it, and I'm glad I have a house in which to put it now because.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear more about it because I'm hoping that a similar deal will happen here in Canada at some point if it's any good. I would love to have something like that.
It seems pretty neat. Seems like a decent enough quality, like build quality. I'm sure it's not like
top of the line. It doesn't need to be amazing,
right? Well, that's just it.
For people like us, right?
Yeah, like, exactly. I'm not one of the
functional.
Yeah, I'm not one of those like
track and field on it.
Hardcore. Why would I do that? Play some Newman Athletics.
There you go. Yes.
That's like track and field, but awesome.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Very true.
What else? I posted this on Twitter the other day. I did as Greg is so fond of saying, a quality of life upgrade. I finally made my life better. Yeah, I upgraded my Switch micro SD card. Went from 400 measly gigabytes.
Who can even live with that amount?
Not me, clearly, because I was having to clean the fridge every so often. But now I have a mighty terabyte in there. So
you upgraded your fridge before I did.
Yeah,
I have not upgraded my fridge.
You should do it.
Not happened.
You should do it, man.
Yeah,
I
should.
I
think I've only got like a 400 card in there.
How much did you pay for this?
It was $180.
How much did Ethan pay for his? All those.
It was over $200.
Oh wow! Okay, so that's not as big a difference as I expected.
But it was. I thought he bought like a 512.
Yeah, he did not. It was. Yeah, this was not
a. Oh, it wasn't a terabyte.
No, I don't think so. No, I think it was probably like 4
when he was on the show anyway.
4 or 5, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, mine's 400, so I don't even have.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning the fridge all the time.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
All the time, but
you guys are sitting here measuring away. What are you doing?
I don't know, man.
Phil's is the biggest. Now we know.
That terabyte dive, baby.
I'll have to.
Phil's the biggest, but he paid for it.
Well, it's not. They're the same size.
Yeah,
just the one is more. One is more dense.
Is more dense.
Yeah, that's. Which, from what I've been told, is really what counts.
I don't think that's true.
I believe it is. It's all about density.
It's all I could. That's what I cling to. It's all about density.
The density of the ocean, man. You know?
Oh, wow. Just wow.
So
Maybe when the new Nintendo Switch is announced, I'll upgrade.
make that leap.
Make the leap.
You should do it. But
Yeah.
you know what? If you hold off, it's memory.
Yeah, it'll just get cheaper.
It's all it's going to do is get cheaper. So you're fine.
Right. Yeah.
You'll be fine if you hold off for a few months or however long you want to wait. So
Yes.
yeah, it's still, man. I know I'm old, but
That's true.
But it still boggles my mind that
Right?
I can hold a little paper thin piece of plastic that is like a centimeter long, and it holds a friggin' terabyte of information.
I still remember buying a hard drive.
Yeah.
That was like 100 megs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that was massive
Oh yeah.
and expensive.
Yep.
And just like, and I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not, I joke when I say, well, I'll never need more space than this, but really it was a lot of space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well-
now 1 terabyte.
Oh yeah. It's like you could swallow it. You could swallow it, no problem.
But don't.
No matter how
I don't
dense it
want
is, you could swallow
It doesn't.
You
I mean,
could, but don't.
I mean,
I
it
heard they
doesn't
don't
have
taste
any.
good. I
Do
guess
those
it depends on your diet, but
Do those have? I don't think those have little flavor crystals on them to make them taste bad. Do they? Oh, hold on a
what are
second
you
here.
doing with it?
Oh, no.
Hold on here. No, I don't have.
There you go.
I don't have my terabyte one because that's in the Switch right now. But
Well,
here's
yeah.
my
Your
my
old one.
old
Here we go.
here's my old
Now you're going to lick an old memory
Yeah.
card?
here's my old.
Ooh.
Oh, you can't see it. There's my old 400.
It's so
Uh,
big we can't even focus on it.
My 400 gigabyte.
Oh, no. No,
No,
you
don't.
did not
There
just
we
do
go.
that.
There we go.
You did
Oh,
not.
why? Why?
No.
No,
Now,
no flavor.
now the cartridge one hit you a little bit after.
That's true. That's true. There was a few seconds.
gross.
Now just taste a little.
CJ, remember you said you wanted this to be an hour and
Mm.
30-minute show?
I
No-
did remember
I
that.
told you it wasn't going to happen.
No
No.
discernible flavor on a 400 gigabyte
Oh,
micro SD card.
no discernible flavor.
It's gonna.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
feel free to swallow as many of these as you want.
Just
You're not going to
Pop
be
'em like
inconvenienced.
candy.
Not going to be inconvenienced by
Our
by sour
chat
taste.
is like even parts excited and confused. It's seeing like this is what I tuned in for, and then it's like, what's going on?
Yeah, see, all these poor people who just listen to this show who don't tune in for the YouTube part of this, or Twitter, or Twitch, or Facebook. We're streaming everywhere now, friends.
Stick it in a slot.
Everywhere.
I mean, technically, I just did. I don't know what more you want from me.
Do some more.
All
What
right.
more do you want? But you know what? It's a good thing I did upgrade my Switch memory.
Yeah.
Because I picked up a couple new Switch games that are downloadable Switch games. One of them is I broke down and picked up the new Neo Geo Pocket Color Selection
What's this about?
Volume 1.
We talked about this previously, didn't we?
Yeah, so this is this over the past few months, SNK has been releasing some of their old Neo Geo Pocket Color games on the Switch for like $8 a pop or something like that.
Yep.
And they've released a handful of them so far. The only one I actually broke down and bought was Gal's Fighter, which
And
is
that was
the
first one that they put out.
that
right?
yes, I believe that was the first one. Yeah,
It's
that
kind of
is
a
the-
sought after game back when they were new.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a SNK fighting game, but it's like all the women characters
The
from
ladies.
like King of Fighters and Samurai Showdown and stuff like that. And yeah, they've released what's that?
Nakaruru. Was she in
That
there?
is probably. I think so.
Phil's never played it.
No, I bought
Shiranui?
I only know a handful of SNK characters, if I'm being completely honest. Like I know Andy and Terry and Mai and Geese.
That's about where. Oh, okay.
And
but you know more about them because of the anime.
Yeah, I absolutely know them because of the anime. because I dug the Fatal Fury anime. I really enjoyed it.
This has Dark Arms. God, I have a copy of Dark Arms.
So they've released a couple games individually, and then a couple weeks ago they said, "Oh, hey, Match of the Millennium is coming out," which is the Capcom versus SNK game, which everyone was like, "Oh, cool." But then, like right before that was released, they also said, "Oh, BT Dubs were also releasing a compilation." It's like, okay, so because I was going to get Match of the Millennium, and then I decided to hold off and just get this compilation. This compilation has 10 games. According to the tagline, it's the Dream Collection is finally here. Relive the 10 classic games that defined the Neo Geo Pocket Color.
Okay.
Except for Card Fighters Clash, the game that actually defined the Neo Geo Pocket Color. But it's got the golf game.
That's good.
Yeah, it's got Big Tournament Golf, Dark Arms,
Big Tournament Golf, Dark Arms, Fatal Fury, Gals Fighters, King of Fighters R2, Last Blade. You got the 2 Metal Slug games.
That's pretty cool.
First mission and second mission. They were good.
Yeah.
You got Samurai Showdown 2 and Match of the Millennium.
Excellent.
That's some good stuff. There's some throwaway in there too, for sure. Like Dark Arms is
it not? Yeah. I've never actually played Dark Arms.
Like I said, I own a copy, but it was more of the because I don't know anybody who didn't have a Neo Geo Pocket Color or wasn't paying attention. It was on the market. It felt like it was on the market for a very short period of time.
Yes.
Right.
It wasn't like a week or anything, but it wasn't there very long. And by the end, when you knew it was going away, people were just snapping up games.
Oh, yeah.
And Dark Arms was just one that I grabbed.
Yes.
Because it was there. It was cheap. Everything was going away. I really wanted Fazilai, which I didn't end up getting a copy of, but I ended up getting the ROMs, the review ROMs that we had at EGM when we moved.
Oh, right.
So I've got the Fazilai games as well, which I'm happy about.
I think I might have a review ROM of that one as well, actually.
Yeah.
Just from the same, it was probably the Game Now version or whatever.
But the few times I've tried to play Dark Arms, I'm just like, I don't
not
like
doing it
this
for you
at all. It's not a bad game. It's just a kind of a nothing game.
Right. But yeah, it's how much was this? I think it was $40.
$40.
That's
$40.
Not bad.
So $4 a game. And yeah, I mean it's great. It's a great little collection. Obviously it needs Card Fighters Clash, but
that'll be in
volume 2.
Hopefully there'll be a volume 2. No
It
guarantee.
wouldn't take much to cover the whole library, to be honest.
Yeah, really. That's very true.
So
it'd be neat if they could get like Sonic and Pac-Man on there, yeah. But
it'd be cool to have Sonic on there.
Absolutely.
It was a good game.
Yeah,
again, not amazing.
Yeah,
but it was good.
A solid portable Sonic game, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, it's actually got a pretty cute interface. They have the boxes, like there's actually like kind of scans of all the boxes. It's the Japanese style box, so it's the plastic clamshell.
Cool.
Here in the US we had little kind of paper flat
with like
boxes.
The gatefold in the front.
Yeah. But over in Japan they were just plastic clamshells. So, but so you can zoom in on all those and pan around and get a nice view of them, and then you can press a button and the case actually opens up and the cartridge comes out and it's inside its little clear protective case, and
cool.
You can look at all the angles of that and then open that up and look at all the angles of the actual cartridge. It's very cute.
Cool.
They have scans of the instruction manuals, which is nice. And then it if you've not played any of these on Switch, when you play them, they have the borders of the screen are the system. It looks like a little Neo Geo Pocket Color, and you can actually
cool little system.
It's a beautiful little system, and you can actually, and you remember there were like a zillion different colors of it. For some reason, you can actually cycle through all the different colors of it, and you can zoom in the screen to have it fill the screen, and you can turn off the borders if you want and all that. It's got a very nice little filter on it, a little kind of pixel filter, which with the I usually don't go in for scan lines when I'm playing these retro games. I think they're neat, being able to see the scan lines, but I end up kind of just getting distracted by them.
They're such a weird approximation of what they don't look like they would look on a good CRT.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But yeah, I get it.
But yeah, it's neat, and I appreciate these retro collections having the scan lines, and even like the weird stuff where like, oh, we the screen's curved, so it looks like
M2
it's on an old
was doing.
Yeah. But I never really use it myself. But the little kind of outlines the individual pixels. Which was a very distinctive look of the Neo Geo.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, because if you look at the Castlevania collection that was released, the Game Boy games, and was that M2 that did that collection? Anyway, the Game Boy games have a great Game Boy emulator.
Yeah.
That does exactly that. They're just these razor sharp outlines of the pixels, and they look perfect, and it's like the only way to play them.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really
good.
Yeah, you're right. It does look great. But yeah, so I picked that up. I'm very glad I did. Hopefully, we'll get a volume 2 with Card Fighters Clash. Last thing I picked up this week, a surprise game. There was no announcement as far as I know about this. I discovered it on the Japanese eShop the day before it went live here. But there is a new Picross game. Yeah. But, well, I mean, it's a Picross game, but it's not called Picross because it's not developed by Jupiter.
Okay.
But it is Hatsune Miku.
Nope. Pass.
Logic Paint S. Hatsune Miku Logic Paint S.
Yeah.
All your favorite Logic Paint puzzle. I mean, it's Picross. It's absolutely Picross.
Sure.
Just not named Picross because I guess Jupiter has a copyright or something on the name Picross. I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. But it
has to be something like that.
It's a Picross game with Hatsune Miku and all of her Vocaloid friends. And I picked it up, and it's fine. It's good. It's not. Man, I
think you've said you don't care about the picture that's made at the end, right? Or am I?
It's a good thing. Well, you know what?
Somebody else.
No, that's the reason I played through that. What the heck was it called, Phil?
Creepy animal
girl animal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that called? CJ, you know about weird stuff like this.
I don't remember.
And that one was Jupiter.
Yeah.
Kimono Friends or something.
Kimono Friends. Yeah, the creepy little. Here's a bunch of anime girls, but they're lemurs.
In animal costumes.
Yeah. This one it's Hatsune Miku themed, and I know I've played some of the Hatsune Miku games. They're fun little rhythm games.
Yeah.
I would imagine people who are like super into Hatsune Miku and the lore. I don't know if there's Hatsune Miku lore. I know she loves Domino's Pizza.
Yes.
But that's about it. But the game, you do a Picross puzzle, and every time you complete a puzzle, it unlocks a nice illustration that you can add to your gallery. Mm-hmm. And the puzzle solution always ties into the illustration you unlock. So it's like, oh, this is a ribbon, and the gallery picture has one of the characters wearing a ribbon. Like, okay, that's cute. And you can unlock songs, Hatsune Miku songs, as you play through, which I'm just trying to play the puzzles. But there seems to be a pretty good amount of puzzles. There's a bunch of kind of like the puzzles that are made up of a couple dozen smaller puzzles, which is nice. They're not wasting our time with Mega Picross, which is I appreciate. Someone who is not me should write an extensive research paper that goes into why Picross games that are developed by Jupiter are without fail better made than any other company's attempt to do a Picross game. There's
They really are.
Something about the controls, something about the UI. I don't really know.
So many years though.
Yeah.
They've refined it over so many iterations, right?
Yeah. Because this one has some weird choices. It like auto, like if you fill in all the blocks in a row or a column, and there's still some empty spaces there, it'll like auto fill the little X's, which it's like, that. I mean, it's handy. It's handy, I suppose, but
you can't turn it off.
But there seems to be no way to turn it off.
Oh, that sucks.
Because it's just kind of annoying for. I mean, if you're like a beginner, seems like it would be great. This does seem to have a few kind of default features that you cannot turn off that make it a little more beginner friendly, which that's great. But but it's a new Picross game. It's a few.
You're down with it.
100. I don't know. There seems to be a fair amount of puzzles in there. So
I am so behind on the Picross S series at this point.
Really?
That I probably won't get into this, but I usually like to have like one Picross game going at all times.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think I'm in S4 right now.
They did 3. They did 5, right?
I might be on 3 then.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm behind.
I
don't even know how it happened. It took me a long time to get through Lords of Nazarick.
Oh yeah.
So, but I mean, I'm not rushing to get through any of them, but it's just I like to have it around so I can just play the next puzzle whenever I feel like it.
And we've discussed
them on the Switch
this.
Is fantastic. So
we've discussed this before, but Lords of Nazarick and Kimono Friends suffer both. They both suffer from the
samey puzzles.
Yeah, because it's always you're always making a profile of an anime character, so the puzzles all kind of feel the same. In Hatsune Miku, Logic Paint S's defense, that has not been the case. You're always making like random crap. It's not just like, this is Hatsune Miku and this is a different character that I'm sure
that
some people
all
know.
Anime faces, so they're all exact same structure.
Sure, some people really know all the names of the Hatsune Miku characters, but I am not one of those people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I've been playing.
All right.
Yeah.
I have been playing some Animal Crossing New Horizons once again. Of course, this week or this past week was the 1-year anniversary of the game.
Goodness. Yes.
So one of the little gifts they send you is like a 1-year anniversary cake that you can put. I immediately put it on the kitchen table in my house, and it will probably stay there until the 2nd anniversary. So I did that, and
you're gonna eat it like Elaine Bennis.
That's right, exactly. And
what?
I've just been digging up fossils, just having fun, and it's super fun. I bought the St. Patrick's Day outfit that they had in the game, which I didn't realize it was a full outfit. I went to the clothing store and they had the shades on the little fake heads or whatever. And then you tipped me off to the fact that you should check the dressing room. Phil.
Me, baby.
That's right.
Me.
It tipped me off to the fact that there was an entire outfit. So
there is.
I went immediately and bought that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I could look like a little leprechaun.
Assign that to your wand so you can get all shillelagh whenever you want to.
That's right. I need to do that.
Did you get all the Mario stuff yet?
I think I have all of it at this point. Yeah. Every time I booted it up, I bought like 5 more things.
Yeah.
So I think I'm done with that stuff now.
Did you see? Because I've been playing a little Animal Crossing this week as well. Finn and I. Did you see that you can now purchase the Switch Lite? Is that the name of the dock-free Switch?
Yes,
Switch Lite. You can buy Switch Lites in this game now.
Oh, really? Oh, I did not notice that.
If you go into the...
Do they have any games you can play?
No. They abandoned that concept after the GameCube, I'm afraid.
Lame.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was such a great feature out there.
It was, right?
First game, yeah.
That was fun.
You go into like the little Nook special items or whatever. You know, the ones that kind of swap out daily.
Yeah.
And there should be a Switch Lite in there, and they have.
Well, I'll take a
they
look.
have the varying colors. They're like knocking on 20,000 bells.
Okay,
I'm sure
I've got the money. I'm good for it.
Listen to this guy, yeah.
Jesus.
You got your stimmy check. You don't care about.
Got the stimmy check.
But
I've got like 4 million bells still.
Oh wow!
At this point,
Look at this guy over here. Wow, big shot over here. But we were like I said, Finn and I were playing this week, and we each got the little anniversary cake, the 1-year anniversary cake, and he was saying that he's very excited to see what they do if they in 99 years if there's a 100-year anniversary cake.
I hope so.
And man, how great would that be if 99 years from now Nintendo actually bothered to throw an update for this game that doesn't exist, essentially, just to see, just as a gift to the hardest core of the hardcore retro Nintendo fans. If you still have a functioning,
let me tell
Nintendo
you about
Switch.
Online game preservation, son.
Oh man,
everything's fine here. Nothing to see.
Yeah. For some reason,
they also put out like a new Pro designer pad or something. You can put more designs on more things now, and you can add it to your Nook phone and things like that. So I mean, there's a lot of little quality of life upgrades. In this version, but
in the year 2121, though,
still playing it.
If the servers mysteriously turn back on, check and see.
Check and see.
Check your mailbox. Check your mailbox.
Everyone listening right now,
tell your
calendars.
Leave
your children.
Leave a note in your will.
Children.
Yeah.
So I picked up the Microsoft wireless headset for Xbox, the new one.
Oh,
they just put out.
Yeah,
it has the ability to pair with both the Xbox and Bluetooth device, so you can pair it to your phone, listen to a podcast while you're also on your Xbox if you wanted to, or you use it for Discord.
Can you mix them? You can't mix them.
You can mix them. Yes, you can.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yes, that's one of the features of the headset. I have not done that particular feature, but it is possible. And so I played around with that a little bit. I like the ear cups themselves because the whole thing is like a dial. The right side is volume and the left side is the game chat mix.
Okay.
Which is kind of nice. I don't know if you guys have wireless headsets having to like fiddle with little buttons that are like you have to find them on the headset, and then
I haven't done that for a long time.
Deal with
Turtle
them.
Beach was the last time I had wireless headset.
Yeah, it can be tough. I like the wireless headsets that have like a flip up microphone usually, or some like indicator that you're muted or not. And this has a little light on the microphone as well, which is nice. But all of the buttons that they do have on it are pretty distinct. Like you know which one you're pressing. And of course, the game chat mix is a nice thing to have. It's pretty nice headset. I'm pretty happy with it.
Trying to look these up.
Yeah. I don't know what the microphone quality is like. The people I was playing Sea of Thieves with said that it sounded good enough. That they could tell it was different from my normal mic, but that it was okay. So, yeah. And speaking of Sea of Thieves, I played that and made a whole lot of money on this double gold, double rep weekend.
Golden shower weekend.
It was very good. It's been 3 years of Sea of Thieves, so they put out like a photo mosaic of the game's art with selfies that people submitted of their pirate. So I'm in there somewhere.
So there
a pirate can be seen in that. They did some Twitch drops, so like some exclusive cosmetics and things. So very excited for Sea of Thieves, just that they've gone now 3 years and have added so many things to the game. So still having a huge amount of fun with it, still playing it all the time. So that's what I've been playing. Greg.
Hi. I've been playing even older stuff than you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was actually recorded an episode of Games My Mom Found. It's the second time I've been on that today, and we were talking about Portal 2. So I actually played through Portal 2 for the first time in like 10 years. And let me tell you, that game sure holds up.
Does it really?
Oh man, that's a good game.
I'd like to see that on Switch.
Whatever.
That'd be fun.
It's that wasn't my point at all, but
no, okay. Just saying.
No, man, I'd forgotten how. I mean, I hadn't forgotten, but between GLaDOS and then of course Stephen Merchant as Wheatley and then J.K. Simmons as Cave Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh man, that game is just a treat from start to finish. And like especially Cave Johnson's all the writing is fantastic, but especially Cave Johnson's lines when you're sort of deep into the beginnings of Aperture Science, Aperture Laboratories. Everything comes out of his mouth. Like when I was walking around, I would just anytime he would start to talk, I would just stop what I was doing so I could hear everything that he said because it's all pure gold, and of course delivered in a way that only J.K. Simmons can. Right. I just forgotten how much I loved that. So yeah, I played through that. It was great. It still holds up. It's still a relatively short game. I don't know exactly how long. It was less than 10 hours, I think. So played through the whole thing. Loved it every second of it. And also for some freelance work that I've been doing lately, I played a bunch of Sega Rally on the Saturn this week.
Oh, nice.
Another game that holds up extremely well.
Yeah.
That looks so good on the Saturn.
It really did.
Great.
And it played really well, even with a digital controller, which,
that's hard to do.
And I find as a fan of racing games in general, it's hard to go back. Like I went back to Gran Turismo 3, which I love, but I was playing with a controller, and boy, does it not play like Gran Turismo anymore, like how Gran Turismo plays now. Just the physics aren't anywhere near the same. And when you go back even further, because we're also used to, I'm used to steering wheel more than anything else now, but we're also used to analog controllers. You go back even further to like the early 90s when we were all using digital controllers. And this is a game that's all about drifting and sliding. And, it's incredible how good it feels using a digital D-pad to play. And I was enjoying it so much that I actually caved in for the first time ever, even when I was a big Saturn fan back in the 90s, bought one of the Saturn wheels.
Oh, really?
The official Saturn.
Oh,
wheels.
man.
So that should be here soon. So
nice.
Play some more with that. But yeah, that's really, not a lot to say about either of those, but just two all-time classics, two games that are very high on my personal favorite lists, and so happy to play them. And yeah, just, man, they hold up. They hold up so well. Even today, 26 years later, 25 years later for one of them. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Guess that means time for tweets.
Tweet-a-diddle-a-dee, a tweet-a-diddle-a-dee, a tweet.
All right, let's do this one from hacker alias Mudron, who says, any y'alls aside from Phil care enough about the Sanrio Animal Crossing cards to try and get them?
Oh, lordy.
Coming out on Friday. Target exclusive.
Target
in the US.
exclusive. So for those who don't know,
limit 2 per customer.
Animal Crossing Cross Sanrio cards. You'll be able to. These are amiibo cards that come in a pack, and they will unlock a bunch of Sanrio themed furniture and stuff.
Yeah, character goods.
Yes. So Hello Kitty and Keroppi,
Yep.
and
Batsmaru. Yeah.
And all your other favorite Sanrio characters.
All the others, too.
Yes, and the rest.
And the rest.
And the rest.
And the rest.
Phil's a big fan.
There's no Agretzko, sadly.
And the other ones.
Because Agretzko is... Have you watched the Agretzko anime that's on Netflix?
Yeah.
It is wonderful. It is absolutely fantastic.
Does Gudetama fit into this universe?
He is a Sanrio character.
Sanrio? Yeah.
He's a Sanrio character. He's the little egg.
Beginning and end for me.
He's the little egg.
He's a little egg, and he's adorable.
Yes, I don't think there's a card for him though. Sadly,
I'm out.
Yeah, but so these originally came out for some previous.
Yeah, Happy Home Designer in Japan.
Was it Happy Home? Yeah.
Yeah.
So these weren't released in the U.S.
Right.
Back in the 3DS days, but they are coming out here now. But yes, it's a pack of cards. I think it's $6, Target exclusive, and apparently the only way to get them, I guess the stores aren't even going to put them out on the shelves.
Right. It's order online and pick it up.
Yeah, you have to do order online and then go pick it up. And they're going to go on sale.
Online's always fun, so that's going to be cool.
Well, they're putting them up for sale this upcoming Friday, the 26th. Is that correct? I don't know what today is.
Yes, it is correct.
21st.
Friday the 26th. Okay. And they're going up at 6 a.m. Pacific.
Okay.
So don't try to buy a PS5 from Target around that time.
Yeah, really. And
answer the question, are you going to try and get them?
Yes, I'm absolutely.
Phil's going to.
I'm going to try and get
them.
Not. Yes, I am going to try and get them.
I don't think I will. No.
Yes. We'll see what happens. I hope. And I got to say, I don't get the I don't get the limited nature of these. These Animal Crossing is still very popular. These
Sanrio also pretty popular.
These will sell like crazy.
They are going crazy.
To, yeah. And what blows my mind, that Mario Game & Watch that came out a couple months ago that everyone just kind of assumed would be super impossible to find.
I've seen that everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah. I go into a Target and here's 30 of them locked behind the glass. I go into Fred Meyer. Here's another 30 of them locked away. I go into Walmart. Here's another 50 of them.
Only until March 31st, though, right?
Are they yanking those?
I think those are limited too.
Oh wow!
Really? But they won't yank them off the shelves.
I don't think so.
Yeah, what are they going to do? Go friggin' bury them in a desert?
Well, they could do a documentary about them 30 years later.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. I wonder what Ernest Cline will have to say about that. But yes, I mean for something like that Mario Game & Watch, which is, I mean, that's a niche product.
Yeah.
Nobody, the nerds, there you go. Nerds care about it. CJ's holding up his.
CJ holds his up. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, mine's certainly out in my Game & Watch display case.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm laughing, but
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Glowing blue Sega case. So you are hardly one to talk. But
I'm laughing.
We can smell our own. But I mean, and there's apparently countless numbers of those. But then like these Animal Crossing cards, which are going to be a huge demand. Yeah. And they're probably going to get scalped to death.
Probably.
Despite the,
inside of 5 minutes
limit of 2 per customer, and you have to go pick it up. But I mean, that seems like it's going to be super limited for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm going to try.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
With that.
You're waking up at 6 in the damn morning.
Let's do this one from hacker alias Nemava, Nameva. I don't.
Nemeva. That's fine.
Yeah. Did I get it?
Nemeva sounds right? Stupid.
Okay. Asks, the brief mention of the Wind Waker HD on the podcast recently has me wondering, what are your favorite Zelda games? Let's go top 3.
Top 3?
I can easily do that.
Okay. Go ahead, CJ.
Link Between Worlds.
Okay.
Is your number 1?
No.
Okay, that's your number 3. Okay, we're doing
Oh.
descending order. I'm asking, what order are you going in?
I'm going in.
You're holding up one thumb.
Okay.
Yeah.
3.
Number 3.
Number 3. Praise.
Wind Waker HD.
Oh.
Number 2.
A Link Between Worlds is your number 1.
Link Between Worlds.
Oh.
Okay.
Number 1.
Wow, you were starting in the... That's CJ. Start right in the middle.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we
Phil,
go.
what about you? What's your number 2?
My number 2. It's a big one.
Yikes.
It's a big one. Well, my number 1 is Link to the Past. Okay. My number 1 is Link to the Past. Then probably is Link's Awakening my second favorite, and then Link Between Worlds. That might be it. That might be it. Yeah, I mean,
I really like Spirit Tracks.
Did you really? Did you really?
I wouldn't call it my favorite, but I really enjoyed it. I hate the one that came before it, but
Phantom Hourglass.
Yeah, I did not like that.
I definitely prefer my Zelda to be 2D, which I know puts me in the vast majority these days. But yeah, certainly those 3 are my favorite ones. If I'm dipping into 3D though, Wind Waker is my favorite of the 3D ones. So
yeah, I'd say for me, number 1 is A Link to the Past. There's just nothing better.
Yeah,
that's the pinnacle of the 2D Zeldas in my mind, and pinnacle of all of them really. Number 2 is Wind Waker.
Yeah,
and number 3. That would probably change week to week.
Link's crossbow training.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is. There it is.
Wand of Gamelon. No, probably Link Between Worlds.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Like damn good game.
Cheating where I already said Link to the Past, but I know they're different games. But yeah,
damn good game.
Link Between Worlds was quite good. So
yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this one from Hacker Alias Grim Grinning Guy, who says, does CJ ever spend real money on Sea of Thieves in the Pirate Emporium or only in-game gold? There's some neat stuff I want to buy, but not sure I want to go down that rabbit hole.
CJ totally spends real money.
Yes, of course I've spent real money in Sea of Thieves to buy cosmetics, ship cosmetics, weapons, pirate emotes, pets. Yeah, I bought all the stuff. I don't buy everything in the game.
Look at this.
Mind you.
Look at this.
But
this isn't like Rock Band.
Yeah, this isn't Rock Band. But I have definitely made purchases in it. I've spent more than I paid for the original game in Sea of Thieves, yes.
Well, there you go.
I'm on microtransactions.
I mean, I feel like you've gotten your money's worth many times.
I feel like after several thousand hours of gameplay, I have definitely gotten my money's worth, and I'm giving them more money for more entertainment, please. And it's worked out very well. All right, let's do this one from Hacker Alias Dave Vizsla. Dave Vizsla, who says, hey guys, last episode you brushed over the subject of your retro gaming setup. I was wondering if you could elaborate more on that. I use is this correct, RetroTink plus S-Video? Okay.
I don't have a retro game setup.
For someone to say
I don't either.
No,
I do.
I don't.
For the most part, my retro stuff that I have hooked up in my main room is anything that I can run via RGB cable to FrameMeister. I have a FrameMeister connected to via HDMI to my big TV. And when I say anything I can run via RGB cable, it's things that I didn't need to mod. I haven't modded any of my systems, and I don't really plan on it. Well, I shouldn't say that. I might get like my Turbo Express modded to get a bigger screen on it or something like that, or at least to fix it.
Yeah,
it's in rough shape. It needs to be fixed.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But yeah. So like Saturn, and it used to be Genesis, Super Nintendo, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, stuff like that. Although now the Genesis and Super Nintendo have been pretty much replaced by the Mega SG and the NT, Super NT. And then downstairs, I have a CRT in the game room that I'm building, and that stuff's all plugged in via component, composite, or S-Video, depending on what I have for those systems. So that's everything from like the Laser Active to the 3DO, which is S-Video. I also have a Saturn down there on S-Video, and then PlayStation 2, original Xbox, Wii, GameCube, all component. So yeah.
My retro game setup is I have a NES Classic.
Micro console to HDMI.
Yeah, I mean that's I got
totally convenient and totally legit.
Yeah, I've been buying all of those. I got the SNES, I got the Genesis, I got the Turbo. Yeah, I got the little Astrocade or Astro City.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the extent of my retro.
Really the way to go. If I didn't have that extra room down there and I was smart enough to sell off my collection, like I'd be totally happy with the micro consoles.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap up with this one from listener Mike, who says, "What's your best stay home sick and play a game all day memory? I rented Werewolf for NES, then got a stomach flu and stayed home and played it till I blew chunks. My friends Scott and Judge were there too and begged me to turn it off."
The vomiting?
Well,
first of all, why are your friends hanging out with you when you are so sick that you are
really
vomiting?
Flu?
That doesn't seem right.
That's contagious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My goodness.
So I was thinking when I saw this come in, it's not really a gaming thing. It is and it isn't. When I got the chicken pox when I was 12.
Right.
Since, we were latchkey kids, so I stayed home alone during that time. But the first copy of Nintendo Power in Canada was delivered literally the first day I was home with chicken pox. My dad threw it on my bed.
Oh,
man.
So I memorized the first issue of Nintendo, which was the Mega Man 2 issue.
Oh,
and that was the whole reason I went out and rented Mega Man after I got better, because Mega Man 2 was impossible to find at the time.
Right.
Whole reason I bought Faxanadu. I forget what the other big game was in there. But anyway, those two games, they did all the maps and everything.
Right.
So I didn't sit home and play games all day, but I was reading through that. And then that was also the week that I discovered my dad's secret VHS stash.
Uh-oh.
So I was using the TV all day for other things.
Of what, Greg? Hockey games?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Oh, boy.
I don't remember.
Became a man that week.
And was in like
kids don't really get chicken pox anymore, do they?
My kids haven't. I don't know. They also don't run across big stashes of porn in their dad's closet anymore because it's all online. They've got better stuff than we ever had.
There you go.
Seriously, who's going to have that story anymore? That's like my friend Dave when we found his dad's insane Playboy collection.
Oh, really?
Anyway.
Insane Playboy was way better than just the regular Playboy.
insane clown Playboy.
I mean, like all the normies subscribe to regular Playboy, but the cool dads, they had insane Playboy.
That's great. Okay, there is a chickenpox vaccine. Isn't that stupid that we didn't know that?
Huh?
There is a chickenpox vaccine.
I mean, that was.
I don't know. Yeah. I just go to the doctor and say, give him whatever needles you're supposed to give him.
There you go.
And then I can say they're all up to date.
The joke was kids don't get chickenpox anymore because there is a vaccine.
Oh, I get it. It was a commentary on the anti-vax movement.
Not to not keep politics out of your game podcast, but that's weird. You don't hear about kids getting chickenpox anymore now that they're
that's because the news covers it up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Maybe you should get your news from somewhere besides CNN, Phil.
It's almost like vaccines work and doctors know what they're doing. Anyway, we were talking about porn.
No, we were talking about your stay-at-home, sick, and play a game all day memory.
Yeah.
Oh,
You have one of those, Phil?
I'm sure I do.
But nothing memorable?
I don't
se?
remember. I
It's
don't
been
have
a long
any.
time.
I mean, yeah, it has
True.
been a few decades since I was staying home sick from school. No, the only vivid memory I have of staying home sick from school was the day the Challenger blew up. So,
Oh wow.
which
Oh.
yeah,
I do remember that day, but I remember going to my the lady who would watch us over lunch.
Oh, really?
We had gone home for lunch, and it just so happened that was when the Challenger was taking off.
Right.
So we sat at my friend Evan's place and watched the Challenger blow up.
Yeah.
That was, man,
That
what
was
a
crazy.
wild day.
Yeah, I was.
When you
I
were
was,
a kid who was super excited about the space shuttle.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was home sick, and I was sitting on the couch, and I was watching, and I remember this. This is a one of those memories that sticks with you. I was watching a Peanuts special on VHS. I was watching She's a Good Skate, Charlie Brown, which is the one where Snoopy teaches Peppermint Patty how to ice skate. And then I turned it off to watch the space shuttle take off because I was very excited about that.
I mean,
Yeah.
We were all excited about
for
that.
kids our
Yes.
age. Because what year was that? 86?
It was 85?
Mid 80s anyway.
I want to say 85.
We were 10 or 11 years old anyway.
Yeah.
And I just remember, I mean, obviously that was super hyped because of the teacher that was going up.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just because
McCullough?
yes.
McCullough, I believe her name is. Oh, was
Yeah.
it what? You know what? It was January 86.
Okay,
So,
so it was early 86.
Yeah.
But I mean, and that was one thing, but also as I don't know about you guys, but as a kid who, astronaut was one of the things I wanted to be when I grew up.
Naturally.
Absolutely.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
But the fact that there was a teacher going up
Yeah.
was sort of like, oh wow, normal people can go to space.
Absolutely.
And then the goddamn thing blew up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, like every school across the nation,
We're watching it live.
They were
they were
watching
all watching
live,
it live. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah.
Dave Chappelle
Mm.
did a bit about that in one of his Netflix specials.
Oh, yeah.
The first Netflix special he did, where he talked about that, where it's like you don't have that sort of. You have days like that every day now because of the information loop that we live in.
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
But back then, I mean, that was just
Oh, yeah.
an amazing, incredibly sad moment that everybody lived in real time. It was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I remember, and not. And then
I see.
I stayed home and played Platoon on the NES all day.
It must have been like grade
Oh.
7 or 8 that I was homesick from school, and my mom asked me what game I wanted, and went out and bought Clay Fighter for the Super Nintendo.
Oh,
I played Clay Fighter while I was
Sorry.
sick.
It was well loved at the time.
It had the theme song and everything. It was
Yep.
Yeah.
great, and the
was all that
digitized
game had.
graphics and things. It looked great.
oh, you know what? I'm seeing
What's
in
the
our
hair, man? What's the hair, man?
seeing in
What's
our
the hair,
chat.
man?
Seeing in our chat.
Yeah,
Someone's asking about the movie Space Camp.
yeah.
Phil will know.
The movie Space Camp came out in 1986, starring the wonderful Leah Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
It mixed going to space and Leah Thompson, two of my favorite things in
Leah
1986.
Thompson, mid 80s Leah Thompson. Forget it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
But that movie was filmed, I believe, in 1985, and it was riding the hype of the space shuttle program, and then Challenger happened, and they were kind of like, what do we do with this movie? And they ended up releasing it like later in the year, and I think I don't think it did very well because everyone was kind of like, we don't want to
Too
we
soon.
don't want to see this right now.
right.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate timing because, like I said, the movie was completed before, and then there was just what do we do with this?
I see.
So, yep.
Well, I think that's where we should end the episode.
On that happy note.
On that
really
exceedingly happy note. Let's talk more about Clay Fighter.
I liked reading Nintendo
Taffy.
Power.
Boing, boing.
Yeah, seriously though. I mean, the first day you're home with the chicken pox, and your dad drops Nintendo Power, and you didn't know it was because up to that point we didn't have it in Canada, so you didn't know it was coming. It was a complete surprise, right?
Nice.
Like, oh
That's
my God,
amazing.
what's this?
That's pretty cool.
So cool.
That is amazing.
That's cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1Podcast on the Twitters, or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com. There you'll find our contact information. You'll find blog entries about Sega CD stuff from whenever Mr. Greg Stewart wants to write them. You will find Generation 16 episodes there as well.
Yeah, the new episode is going well. It's probably the rough edit's probably about a third done. So
excellent. You will also find links and stuff in our show notes, including a link to everything that we talked about. We'll probably link to the Space Camp movie film, probably link to Clay Fighter, the intro for that. Then probably the Challenger disaster Wikipedia entry. It's definitely going to be in there.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
And
there's also a link to our Discord server where you can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
If you would like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by loading up your favorite podcast listening application. We're also on Stitcher Radio. We're on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our show on the youtubes.com/P1Podcast. Or you can join us live as we do this show every week. Well, most weeks. Pretty much every week, though. But I'm putting in that most weeks just to give us an out in case something happens. But you can find that we stream the show on the YouTubes, on the Twitters, on the Facebookses, on the Twitches. Every Sunday, typically at 5:30 specific time. You can follow our Twitter account, which is just @P1Podcast, to make sure that what time we're doing it. But that's usually the time.
Yeah,
and if you've liked what you've heard, and how could you, head over to patreon.com/P1Podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. Old Uncle Phil's got some moving expenses coming up.
There it is.
Old Uncle Phil.
There it is.
I can hire people to pack this stuff up if you Not going to be doing that. Not going to do that. I'm not going to misappropriate your generous Patreon.
That's CJ's job.
Donations.
Exactly.
That is CJ's job. But you know what? Your Patreon dollars do, of course, help support the show. Keep it running. Keep it streaming here every week on the old Melon, which is the name of the web streaming service that we're using now. Which does seem to be working.
It works really well, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you deal with all the back end stuff more than I do, CJ. So
yeah, I like it.
Seems to be going okay. Yeah. And of course, don't ever say that we are not generous. But if you are a Patreon supporter of the $5 tier, if you are a Patreon supporter of the $5 tier,
I was thinking about CJ's back end. Cheap.
Yowza.
Yeah.
That's what the big smile was about.
You can find that in Insane Playboy.
Right.
Patreon supporters of the $5 tier, of course, gain access to the special bonus episode every week where we play games, crack-wise, have fun doing all the stuff we can't do on the regular show. Do we have another game this week, CJ?
We do.
Oh, really?
Indeed.
Is this generously provided by a listener, or is this a review quiz?
Generously provided.
Oh, wow.
By
really?
a listener.
What do we have?
That's correct. So we are doing a Jeopardy quiz themed around Mario. Because, of course...
Mario Day was just
35.
was just here.
Yeah, there was that, and also Mario 35 and
35 years of a Mario.
The 3D All Stars collection is going away on the 31st, and then your Game and Watch thing. So
yeah, a lot of Mario going on.
A lot of Mario things happening in March.
I dare say
being pulled from sale. Yeah,
these last couple Jeopardy quizzes that we've gotten from the nefarious Mr. Nelson, and we did terribly on them. Terribly.
We did.
Terribly.
It was still fun.
Amusingly terribly, I'd like to think.
Yeah.
But we're quite stupid. I think we have a chance to do pretty okay on this one.
Maybe.
I know some Mario. You know who does Mario's voice? You know who does Mario's voice?
John Voight.
John Voight.
It's a common misconception.
Does Phil have a John Voight? I don't think he does. It'd be pretty great, though.
Let's hear it.
Why, hello there. It's me, John Voight.
Wow, it's like he's sitting right there.
Sounds like
what do you know?
Dangerfield.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, John Voight over here. Let me tell you.
No respect.
My daughter don't give me no respect whatsoever. Anyway.
Okay. Yes, we do have a quiz.
We do have a quiz. We have a Mario quiz. So please join us for that, Patreon friends. And if you want a sampling of our bonus shows, CJ, of course, is tossing up old shows that are still fun to listen to. They're evergreen every Thursday night. So enjoy some of those. And then, of course, come check out the new ones that we do right after this. And if you have a couple bucks left over after your generous Patreon donations to us, head over to generation-16.com where you will find the Patreon link to help support Greg Stewart's outstanding, and it is outstanding, web series about North America's favorite runner-up, the Sega Genesis.
Thank you, Phil. And yeah, if you head over to patreon.com/generation16 and you support the show there to the tune of $5 per episode.
Also cheap. Sorry, I was thinking about
CJ's back end.
Wow.
You get access to weekly video logs about the creation of the episodes, what I've been playing, the stuff that I use to research the episodes, and really anything else I can think of, talking a lot about the creation of the game room downstairs. And yeah, like I said, those are $5 per episode of the series. Yes. So at my current output rate, about $20 a year.
Not bad.
And all that money goes back into the show. So
absolutely,
please consider it.
There it is. And that's it, right? Of course, secondplayer.net.
Oh, yeah. Visit secondplayer.net for all your video game, podcast, and YouTube needs. I highlight some of the great stuff that is hitting podcasting and YouTube every single week, including last week I highlighted a channel, a real city planner playing city builders.
Oh, cool.
And commenting on them. So,
really?
Yeah, as a whole,
I would watch.
Whole thing about like how to start your city in cities' skylines using like the default sort of tutorial area.
Me decent at SimCity 2000.
Here's what
possibly.
And
his whole backstory is when he was a kid, he started playing SimCity on the Super Nintendo and then became a real city planner.
What a great version of SimCity, by the way.
Yeah, and that's true too.
That SNES version of SimCity is so great. What you do is you put the power plants on the edge of your town, so then half the pollution goes off the map and it doesn't
to the other town
towards your city. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're polluting the town next door. That doesn't ding your town.
No.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's into that strategy. Yeah,
and then when you put the buffer of the commercial zones, industrial.
I am absolutely watching this channel tomorrow.
Residential. Yeah. That sounds
fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So more like that at secondplayer.net or secondplayernet on Twitter.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, of course, thank you, CJ.
Thank you, Phil.
For doing what you do and doing it so well.
Well, thank you.
Maintaining that back end like you wouldn't believe. Oh, baby.
Keeping it smooth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gregory.
Yo.
Thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you, Phil.
Keeping it not so smooth, but we kind of like it that way. Yeah, rough and tough and in the buff. Join us. And of course,
Get down in the rough and play through.
Thanks to me for just.
I always said thanks to you.
Yeah, but I'm thinking I didn't think it was enough. I'm so darn charming. I deserve an extra shout out here. And of course, but seriously, thank you. And by this I mean the royal you, the listener you, for tuning in. We do appreciate these 750 episodes. Goodness gracious. We are 3/4 of the way.
Yeah. We're almost there. You can feel it.
To the one, you can big 1K. Yeah. So, oof.
Man, I kind of think of all the hours I've wasted talking to you two.
I know, right? It's
making the midlife crisis worse. I'm just saying.
A little bit of paradise, let me tell you.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. But absolutely, thank you to our listeners. We do appreciate you joining us for these many, many years and these many, many, many episodes. And we hope you will join us for many more.
A few more.
Yeah. Again, please take care of yourselves. Take care of your loved ones. Take care of your family, your friends. Stay safe. Wear masks. Get that chickenpox immunization. It works. My kid hasn't had chickenpox. And we'll see all y'all next week.